Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode with KTS Productions. Today on the show, we are joined by someone who lives and breathes live music and community. Our guest is Josh, the force behind BLRGROOVE, a vibrant platform based in Bengaluru dedicated to curating unforgettable live music experiences, supporting independent artists, and building music culture through community-driven events. BLRGROOVE is known for bringing people together through gigs, live performances, DJ sets, games, social meetups, and creative musical experiences across the city. From acoustic showcases to lively musical nights, Josh has been shaping movements that keep artists shine and audiences connect with the pulse of the Bangalore music scene. Welcome to the show, Josh from BLRGROOVE. So, welcome to the podcast,
Hi.
Josh.
Hi, I'm so sorry I forgot your name. I'm really bad with names.
You can call me Sahana.
Sahana, yeah, perfect.
We're so happy to have you today
Hi.
at our podcast.
Thank you.
So, Josh, from people hearing about BLRGROOVE for the first time, how do you usually explain what it is?
We just put up music gigs. That's it. That's the easy way to explain people. And then community events, things like that. I mean, it depends on the kind of people I'm talking with. If they are more inclined towards music, I would say we're just putting up music gigs. If not, I would say we just do some community events like parties, things like that.
Does it usually happen on the weekends or the weekdays?
It usually happens the second half of the week. So our peak days are Saturday. Primarily, we have a bunch of gigs happening across the city, Sundays obviously, but we also have gigs happening on Thursdays, Fridays, even Wednesdays.
Could you also let us know where is it exactly?
So most of the gigs happen in different places, right? So we have two kinds of clients. One is someone who was there for a long time. Another one is someone like an ad hoc. So we got referrals. We produce a event for them. So just this week we had a private event on Wednesday. It happened in Kurmanga. So things like that, it keeps moving. But the major chunk of events that we produce happen around central Bangalore.
Okay, before BLRGROOVE became a platform, who was Josh and what pulled you towards music and community building?
I'm like everyone in Bangalore, just an engineer. So I'm just an engineer who used to love music. I used to go to a lot of music concerts. I've been into music, not as a performer, but as a listener. Like I'm a huge fan to listen to music, all sorts of music I listen to it. So that's how I got into this sort of thing, because I had a bunch of musicians as friends who used to like put up band shows and everything. And then that's when we started having this idea that why don't we start producing a music gig? And then we did that in 2020, early 2023. We started doing gigs, and then slowly we figured out like this is a good thing. And then we landed some big clients where we are the ones who are curating music for them. So that's how we started, and now we are producing gigs, working out with curating gigs for our clients, things like that.
Out of curiosity, how did you come up with this idea?
This idea just started with a random discussion I was having with one musician friend, that we wanted to produce a gig and then probably do like, which started with a rock gig, because I would say I'm at least breathing 50% of rock music. So it started with a rock music gig. We wanted to put up and see if we can pull in crowd, and then we did that. We got like 120 people in our first gig at a very offbeat place in Indiranagar, and then we were not expecting that many people to turn up. But then we kept on doing the same thing, and then we started going to other sort of genres and stuff. So that's how it started. It all started with the rock music.
So I believe Bangalore has a very unique music culture, right?
Correct.
How did the city influence what BLRGROOVE became?
So as I was mentioning, the entire thing of me going to concerts was because of Bangalore. Right, every weekend I used to go to a random concert that's happening in Bangalore. Like most of it back then was happening at Fandom, because there was this odd time when we had no live music venues, and Fandom was the one live music venue that was happening. So any sort of tribute gigs, I was going there. I was also going to Odd Rock Cafe St. Mark's. So that influenced a lot in like understanding what exactly happens in gigs, and also like assessing the band based on how they perform, right? So I've seen bands who are really great, but I've also seen bands who are like really bad for that, even for a small stage like Hard Rock Cafe or Fandom. So just started with that, started going to music, and then that's when we started putting it. But before that, Amming Tree was also there. I was also go visiting Amming Tree, but then they got shut down, and now they're just back. So that's how it is. Like music has really influenced me in starting BLR Groove. That's basically it.
Since you have mentioned it, can you tell us what is that one worst and best experiences you have seen throughout the journey?
So you mean like journey of producing the gigs?
Yes.
Right. So best experience is really hard, because I think like whenever we put up a show, I feel like if the crowd comes in and then they are having a good time, and obviously most of the artists perform really good, like they put in a lot of effort to it, to the way they perform and everything, that's going to be a good show for us. At the end of the day, if people are really coming in and appreciating the artist, and also like giving us a bit of enthusiasm that they really love the gig and stuff, we just count it as a good gig. Bad gigs are not that common, at least because we are very meticulous with shortlisting gigs. So one of the bad gigs was when the one of the main act themselves didn't arrive on time, and then after even they arrived on time, the guy was inebriated. That doesn't really work out for us. We need any sort of artist to be professional, because we are also professionals. We have bankrolled a gig, right? And then we are also dependent on them. So that was, I count as a bad gig for us.
Okay, so what's the main motive and core vision of BLR Grove?
So we want to produce a bigger gig. So we want to get artists like what BMS is getting now, like all A-listers, get them to Bangalore, produce a big gig. But that's gonna take a lot of work, and then obviously capital is a major issue for anyone. So at the moment, our vision is to support independent artists. So in fact, we this year we are doing a new independent artist IP called. This is the first time I'm actually announcing this. It's called 24 Songs Festival. It's happening in the month of April. We've already finalized 50% of the artists. There's gonna be like mix of different artists, like the artists of different genres. We have people from very independent music, regional music, hip hop, pop music, jazz music, everyone over there. And then this is some new concept that we are working on. So it's basically to give a spotlight to one independent artist, and then listen to the story behind the song, not just come into a gig and randomly listen to a song, which most of the time people won't know that song because they're an independent artist. They haven't had a chance to listen to their music. So we want to give them that spotlight where they can talk about their song and give, like show to the world like what their one top song that they want to perform, and the top song that is close to their heart. And then and then we are going to telecast that as well. So that's the project that we are working on. So at the moment, the vision is supporting independent artists, getting them to the next bigger stage.
So all the very best, and I
Thank
hope
you.
it becomes a very, very huge hit.
Yep.
Moving on, you might have seen a lot of artists performing for gigs and everything. Is there any underground artists you admire or think they need more recognition?
So I started getting into this underground hip hop scene probably in 2024, I think, or 2024. 2024 actually we started I'm going to give you a bit of story for that. So we started having open mics. I have a friend and she was into poetry and she wanted to do poetry open mics, but then we had a lot more stuff to it, like music or stand up and things. So that's when I discovered this up and coming artists who like come in and then they're really great, right? So that's how I first noticed that. So among them, my all-time favorite is I would say there's 3 people that I really admire and then have seen them that they've grown quite a bit, right? Actually, there's four. One is Adhyay. He's pretty good. Second is obviously KK is also here. KK. And then uh, there is this bunch of guys called the Big Deck Energy. Yayavar, Jayaram, Zaiman. They are pretty good. And then Charlene. Like she is a very small powerhouse. Like she comes in, you might look at her and say that, oh yeah, she's probably not a singer, but then when she starts rapping, she has that hidden power inside her. So that's really good. So I think these four are my favorite ones, and then we have had a bunch of gigs with them, right? And then another honorable mention is yeah, it's Mad Mike and Aditya the Cloud. So they're also pretty good producers and then musicians, and then they bring a very good energy to the gigs. So these guys, they're really underground, but then they have the huge potential to go upside. So that's the reason I like them.
Oh, great. All right. That gives us a great sense of your journey. And now we are reaching out to the community. Okay.
Okay.
So, few of your fans have few questions to ask you.
Okay.
So, with your permission, we'll be starting with.
Okay, sure.
Yep. So, first person would like to know, as an upcoming artist, what are the most effective ways to promote yourself and stand out today?
It's just talking with the crowd. Like I've seen artists, they come in, they perform, they just leave the stage. They don't do any sort of interaction. But start talking with the crowd. Tell them the story behind the song. Talk with them, and after the gig, you'll obviously notice some of the people really enjoying the music. Go and talk with them personally. Have a one-on-one chat. Like do some small introduction. Like small talk doesn't hurt, right? Exchange contact information, and then that's how you promote yourself. They're gonna refer you to someone else, and then you start getting gigs. So it's all about networking and then talking with the crowd. Without that, it's really hard to crack this independent music scene.
Great. The other person would like to know, which artist globally or locally has inspired you the most and why?
Think I'm just thinking like how an artist would inspire me, because can't think of any artist that would inspire me to come in and do this sort of gigs. I really love a lot of artists, but then on the inspiration side of things, not really. Like artists inspiring me, I mean, I'm not in that space, right? Because I'm not a performer, I'm just someone who does gigs. So no, I don't think there's anyone I would say has inspired me.
No, not at all. Not at all. No problem at all. What's the best way for independent artists to start getting more gigs?
So this is a very interesting thing. So you should actually start with doing more gigs, right? Obviously, this is a chicken and egg problem. You can't expect money if you want to do more gigs. And then if you want to do more gigs, you have to like probably ignore the money part of it. But there comes a very important thing. Start doing open mics, right? Open mics is obviously you'll have to put in some investment. Some open mics are free, but you start showing up at stages. And then you start taking collab gigs, right? But there comes a point in time you can't just take collab gigs every day, because at the end of the day, you as an artist needs to make a career out of this, right? So there is this time where you have to understand that it's time for the collab gigs are done, and then I have to move on to paid gigs, right? You start pushing it as early as possible. See, 1 or 2 collab gigs are fine. 3 collab gigs are more than fine. It all depends on the kind of exposure you're getting, but a collab gig for 10 people doesn't make sense. Because 10 people, out of the 10 people, probably you are only bringing 2 friends. They're already fans of you. So it doesn't make sense. So you have to understand the exposure level you're getting for a gig, and understand if it's worth a collab, or you have to start asking for some sort of remuneration. Because at the end of the day, you are a professional artist. You're trying to be a professional artist. So you have to think from that perspective. So that's how you get exposure. Start doing collabs, but also know her time when to back out of it.
So, what is that one message you would give to someone who is really scared to come onto the stage?
I think as an artist, you have to be a performer, and then one of the first ways to get that sort of a performance fear is performing for yourself, right? You might have noticed a lot of kids do sing in front of the mirror and all this thing. That's their way of coming out of their like stage fear and all, and then start going out to small open mics if you're that scared to come out on stage and perform. And that's when you start losing all those pre-show jitters, having probably mid-show jitters and everything. That's when you start doing all those, and then you start going to the big stage. See, at the end of the day, you're a performer. Your goal is to perform in front of 10,000 people, 20,000 people. I think that's what every artist dreams of, right? So you have to really go out there and then perform.
So another person would like to know, do you think free gigs helps in the long term, or should artists avoid them?
Yeah, I was just telling you, this free gigs doesn't help. Like, free gigs is good as long as you're getting a bunch good exposure, not 10, 20 people exposure, 500,000 people exposure. You're gonna get some networking done, or let's say you're gonna get some eye level clients by doing a free gig, right? But then you can't just be doing free gigs. Like, even though I personally put up gigs, I would say free gigs are something artists should stay away from. See, it's fine for 1 year, I guess. 1 year when you're really putting hard and you're doing gigs every weekend, it's totally fine. But then if you keep doing that for year 2, year 3, then you will lose your value. And they would say that I can just do a call for this guy and then he's gonna come in and perform. No, you have to start pushing yourself, because you yourself is a brand, and then brand needs to get paid, because you're not writing the music like just getting some sort of random ChatGPT lyrics or something and then putting into some music. No, you're putting in words, you're putting in your thoughts to it. There goes a lot of effort in the production and everything, so you need to get paid. So the payment itself doesn't have to be big, because obviously the payment you get depends on the performance you do and then the market you have, things like that, right? But then it still should push to getting paid. Either it might be travel allowance or even a small remuneration, 5,000, 10,000, something like that, depending on the stage. But then obviously you have to start doing paid gigs.
Great, that was really an amazing message for someone who's actually starting fresh. Another person would like to know what existing projects or plans we can expect next from BLRGROOVE.
Yeah, so as I was mentioning, we are doing this festival in the month of April, 24 Songs Festival. Obviously, we are going to go back to one of our favorite IPs from our crowd is Next Drop, working on the next volume of Next Drop. So those are the two music things that we ourselves are producing. Apart from that, there's going to be other set of concerts that we do for our clients and things like that, but that's basically it.
So your fans are waiting for your next volume 5. So they're asking when can they expect that?
I think in the month of February or March, we're going to put up something. We're working on the lineup, working on bringing a better headliner, just making sure that every episode we try to get a bigger headliner, right? So working on that and then announcing soon. So stay tuned.
So next is a game round.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
So I'll be giving you 3 to 4 situations with 3 to 4 forbidden words in it.
Okay.
And you would have to explain the situation without using those words in it.
Okay.
Just in case if you are not able to, you have a tiny task that is just a tongue twister.
Okay.
You would have to tell the tongue twister 4 to 5 times.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do this.
So first situation is running BLRGROOVE. You would have to explain what you do in it. And the forbidden words are music, events, and artist.
I just curate vibes for people. Come in and chill.
Okay, that was very smart. The next one is a perfect gig. You would have to describe a perfect night.
Okay.
And the forbidden words are crowd, stage, audiences, and sound.
Interesting. Perfect gig. I think perfect gig is one where we're gonna have a round of drinks at the end of the night with everyone who was on the stage.
Well, There was
not
the stage. So, okay. This one's really funny, okay?
Okay.
The first one is friendly frogs fried fresh fish for 5 friends.
Friendly frog fried 5 fish for
5 friends.
okay. Friendly frog fried 5 fish for
Fresh fish.
fresh fish for 5 friends.
Yes.
Friendly frog fried fresh fish for 5 friends. Friendly frog fried fresh fish for 5 friends. Friendly frog fried fresh fish for 5 friends.
Okay, that's it. Great. The next one is
Okay.
a bad gig.
Okay.
You would have to explain what went wrong in it.
Okay.
And the forbidden words are problem, issue, and mistakes.
Problem, issue, and mistakes. Bad gig with problem, issues, and mistakes. I guess the crowd were not vibing that great for the gig, and that makes it
What do you think went wrong?
went wrong. Oh, we have had this problem, which is, I mean, this was the line. We have had underage people at one of our events, so that was an issue.
There you go.
Yeah.
So the next one is, a tongue twister.
Twister.
A big black bug bit a big black bear,
Okay.
but the big black bear bit the.
And this is long. This is way too long. Can't even remember that long. I can only remember Salman Khan because they're saying Black Buck.
Bit black bear back. Wait, I'll repeat it again, okay? A big black bug bit a big black bear, but the big black bear bit the big black bug. Black.
I mean, if you can't do it, then I can't do it. Then so it's basically bear, like buck is biting a bear, and then bear is biting the buck back, right?
Yeah.
So a big black buck bit a big black bear, and a big black bear bit a big black buck. Right?
Wait, that was great. Okay, last situation.
Okay.
So your final situation is convincing someone to attend a gig.
Okay.
So yeah, obviously you have to convince them to come, let's say tomorrow. And the forbidden words are fun,
Okay.
vibe, and experiences.
Okay.
Okay? And I'll just get one of our teams
Okay.
so that you can convince them.
Okay. What sort of gig do you like?
I've not really been for concerts, so
No concert.
okay, let's say I'm new to it.
Okay.
So how would you convince me to come?
Come to this particular event if you know. I have to convince, no?
Demand.
Yeah.
So concert only you have to go, right?
Yep.
Really hard. Really hard when I don't know the person to, yeah, like convince them.
Okay, I'll give you like what kind of music I like.
Okay.
It's more of pop and more of drums and beats.
Okay.
So I don't give much to the lyrics, but
Okay.
more of the
So you
vibes,
just
basically.
need-
Yeah, like
You're not
the-
supposed to.
Oh shoot. Okay, so yeah, those kind of
You're gonna have the time of your life.
yeah.
I think the first concert is a very important memory for anyone.
Okay.
So it's gonna be like lots of. There is a particular word, I forgot it. There's a particular word, like when you go to a concert, like for example, people actually had this thing, like when people went to Coldplay concert, they were not able to remember what happened in the concert, because it was a lots of information that was being passed, and then your brain was not able to process it. So come to this gig if you want to have a similar experience where you don't want to remember what actually happened yesterday, but you feel, but you remember how it made you feel.
Okay.
Convinced? Yeah.
Okay, that was great. I really hope someone got convinced.
I really hope so too.
But what do you think? Did you use the words or not?
So there was vibe, experience,
Vibe, experience, and fun.
fun. No, I don't think I used those. No,
You used the word experience in the end.
I did. I don't remember. Okay, let's get the tongue twister.
This one, okay. Let's go. 6 sticky skeletons slide silently.
Six sticky skeletons slide silently.
Yeah.
6 sticky skeletons
Faster.
slide silently. 6 sticky
More fast.
skeletons slide silently. 660 6 sticky skeletons slide silently. 6 sticky skeletons slide silently.
That was amazing. That's it from the game round. So before we wrap up, have you watched our KTS podcast before?
Yes. So I think one particular one is the one with Agniverse people. So the thing that they're doing out with ciphers and stuff was pretty interesting to listen from them. And yeah, that was the one I actually watched.
And any suggestions for our production or the podcast?
I think everything is good, but I think you guys need to get a stool boy.
And what is that one message you would like to give our audiences through the podcast?
I think whatever all of this, like everyone is doing for this independent music artist scene, I think one thing that would take it to the next level is audience coming in supporting independent artists, because without audience there's not gonna be any support for the independent artists, and then they really need that. Like compared to a bigger artist, they need that because they are the ones who are gonna come in and then do bigger gigs for the future. So yeah, please do come in, support any sort of gigs that independent artists are doing.
Great. How is it being here? How is it being a part of our podcast?
Oh yeah, I really loved it. I actually liked as soon as I entered Judicial Colony. It was very peaceful, and just like how it is, the gig, this whole setup and the flow was really peaceful. So big thumbs up.
Okay, that's it for today. And our team has got a small token of gift for you.
Nice. Thank you. Is this name something?
Not yet, but you can name it.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for joining us
Thank you.
today.
Thanks for having me. Looking forward to more episodes, and probably looking forward to this episode extra.
Thank you so much, and I hope it becomes a huge, huge success. Your 24 Music and your BLR Grove.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a wrap.
Hello guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode, and I hope you really enjoyed today's episode. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel and follow us for more such content. You can also check out our Instagram pages. This is Sahana with KTS Productions signing off.